Hey, this is Mark Washington from MTC Media. Talking about the Toronto Raptors and the big question of did they make a big mistake by not selling off around the NBA trade deadline. Last night they blew a huge home lead, was 18 for 36 from the free throw line in a loss to the Chicago Bulls in the elimination playing game, which means Toronto's season's over. Probably this is going to be the end of Nick Nurse. And then they have a roster that they could have broken up for pieces that they chose not to. The big difference between the NBA and the NFL, and why I like the NBA more when it comes to this, is the fact that there is no easy out. You cannot be poorly run in the NBA, and you can't make bad decisions in the NBA and go unpunished. In the NFL, because of the national TV contract, you can be dreadfully run for years and still be profitable. That's why the NFL works the way it works, and it's why people say they love it, but it's the reason why I don't like it. Because if you do make bad decisions, you shouldn't be able to be generationally bad like the Washington Commanders are, and like how the Raiders have been for most of the last generation. That couldn't happen in the NBA without penalty. Doesn't mean it can't happen. It can't happen without penalty. In the NFL, there's no penalty because you're going to get your league network media rights check, and it's going to make things all good. So for me, Toronto making this bad decision could resonate for years, depending on what their next steps are, getting the coach, what their next steps are, and what they do with this roster. But you can say this: they would not have had more value than at this year's trade deadline because how the league was situated, and they missed out on an opportunity. And there are going to be some consequences for it. And again, that's why I love the NBA. It's Mark Washington from MTC Media.